Stephanie Dobson is here with me, as she is every Wednesday. Stephanie is a lawyer, mediator, and online educator with Henke Divorce Law and Mediation, offices in Edmonton and Lloydminster. Stephanie, thanks as always for joining me today.
Thanks again, Stacey.
Well, we're switching things up from divorce month. So now that January is out of the way, we're switching up the topic. And today we're going to be talking about what it's like going through divorce and separation when you're a little bit younger. So the first question, I guess, Stephanie, we should go to is how is it different if you're getting divorced or separated at a younger age versus if you're a lot older or have been married for much longer?
Yeah, I thought this would be an interesting topic because, there more and more, I'm finding that younger adults are coming into my office to separate, and there are some differences. Here's some examples. Now, it's not every young adult feels this way, but of course, these are just some examples of the ways in which it can be different. So the emotional impact, there's a lot of intense emotions, and sometimes that can be due to less life experiences in handling major relationship changes. There can be a social stigma, so societal pressures or judgments about getting divorced at a young age. So the young adults could be facing those kind of stigmas. Less financial stability. Sometimes in your 20s, you have less financial security than you do when you're older. Many people have either no children or very, very young children. And so there's, of course, considerations there. Your peer support network often is less experienced. And so sometimes the intense emotions come along with intense emotions, and that can sometimes be adding fuel to the fire. Sometimes young adults do feel pressure to redefine their long-term life goals. They might not be in their final career, and so they sometimes find that difficult to do that future planning.
So what advice would you give to couples who are separating or divorcing in their early 20s?
Well, navigating that separation can be really difficult, but here's what I hope to be some helpful pieces of advice. Communicate openly by talking really honestly about your feelings, your needs, your concerns, and that can really help to avoid some misunderstandings. Consider counseling with a professional. Focus on your well-being. We've talked in many episodes about well-being and the focus on that. So that's really important. Maintain a support system, hopefully a support system that doesn't add that fuel to the fire like we were talking about earlier. Stay financially savvy. So start to really understand your financial situation and plan accordingly, and then set boundaries. Clearly define what your relationship will look like post-separation.
Can you suggest some resources for people who are at this age and are going through a breakup, whether it be, like you said, a separation because they've been together or a divorce?
Yeah, so I've broken down my recommendations into books, websites, podcasts, apps, and YouTube channels. Hopefully this will be some good resources for our young folks who are watching here today. So under books, I have How to Heal a Broken Heart, The Breakup Bible, and Tiny Beautiful Things. I really like this last one. It's a collection of advice columns that provides wisdom on various relationship challenges. The websites that I have all circle around the online mental health support therapy. So BetterHelp is one, Talkspace is another, and Thrive Global is another. Podcasts, we've got the Breakup Boost, Therapy Chat, the Divorce Talk podcast, and Dear Divorce. Apps, some mindfulness apps. There's either Headspace, Calm, or Breathe. Sanvello, Supportive, without the E at the end. And then there's some family organization apps. Cozy, K-C-O-Z-I, is a family organizer that can be really helpful, and Our Family Wizard. And then Smart Divorce. And then the YouTube channels that I would recommend, one is the School of Life, and the other one is Alexandra Roxo, R-O-X-O.
Okay, Stephanie, well, good advice as always, and some really good resources for people who are either going through it or thinking about going through it or have been through it at a young age. And next week, we're going to kind of flip the script and go the other way. If you're older in life and have to go through this process, some tips for that. So we'll be back to chat with you more about that, and that'll be next week. So thanks again for speaking with me today. And as always, we'll see you in about a week.
Nice to see you, Stacey.